Welcome to the Gamer Xtremist Show. We are your hosts, Uni and Gigi. Nah, just joking. It's Dark Eyes, the Gamer Redneck. It's God the Almighty.
You change my name to that.
I know it. And today we're going to be talking about our favorite top
10 games of this year. 2015.
We played this year. Not
games that
came out.
Games that we have played
this year. And we're gonna start it as we're gonna do from 10, and we're gonna give a little explanation why we think these games are our favorite, and we're gonna go back and forth between the both of us. So I guess I'll start it off.
Well, the one rule that we did was that there is only one game per franchise.
Yep.
So that, because I'm pretty sure there are games that came out with multiple titles in the franchises this year, so one game per franchise.
One game per franchise.
So let's start off with
that we played this year.
Right, this year. So go ahead, sir. What's your number 10? Do you have your list on there?
My number 10 list is an indie game.
Okay.
It was very fun. I enjoy it. It's called Honey Pop. Ha! Ha! Yeah, you didn't expect that one, huh? Yeah. It's like
I'm getting my list right now.
It's a very it kind of gives you like a memory test, so you gotta remember some things that you do, and it's also like Bedazzled, where you gotta connect certain features, have like little mini games.
You mean Bejeweled?
Bejeweled, yeah, Bejeweled. I mean, that's what I meant.
I must say, I don't remember a game called Bedazzled.
Well, there is actually a game called Bedazzled.
Well, I don't remember that.
But Bejeweled, and it's a really fun game. It is a mature, so you kids don't go playing, I'm gonna play Honey Pop. No, it's for a mature 18-year-old plus game. I'm just telling you that, because there are some things in there that, yeah, say the least. If you ain't never seen Honey Pop, you know what I'm talking about. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun game. It's a little a sim type game aspect to it, with the little mini game with like Bedazzled and stuff. It was really enjoyable. I really had a good time playing it. It was really fun.
Oh, so it's now my turn, huh?
Yeah.
My number 10 game is John Cena's Sexy Haskell. No, it's not. She going that route. Hang on. My number 10 is... my phone's not wanting to cooperate. Come on. Alright, there he is. My number 10 is The Order 1886. Yes, it's that low. There's a reason for that. Length of the game. The Order 1886 was actually... Even though a lot of people did not like it because of the length, I didn't like the length, period. Overall, I thought it was a pretty decent story that it had. Very good gameplay mechanics. Basically, I mean, it was Gears of War, yes, technically almost like that, but I mean, the story that it had, where basically it was centered around basically almost all of the Knights Round Table. We pretty much gathered out with everybody, they became part of this order. They all had, became knights, so were given names of Knights in the Round Table, which I thought was a pretty interesting concept. They did make room for a sequel. I'm hoping that they are making one. They should. Whether they will, I don't know. But the game looked absolutely phenomenal for PS4. I mean, you can admit to that, right? It looked phenomenal.
It looked great.
And some of the best graphics I've seen on the PS4 so far. But overall, it was a good game. But what made it, and it was still top 10 for me, but what made it so low on the list is because of the length of the game.
Okay.
So, what would be your number 9, sir?
My number 9 is John Cena. No, just joking. No, wasn't joking. My number 9 is Tales of Zestria. And the reason why it's number 9 and not a little bit higher, the story was kind of dull at certain points.
Bland?
Bland, very bland.
Which is not normal for a Tales game.
That's not normal for a Tales game. Even Zillia, Tales of Zillia had a better story arc to it than this game, and it just kind of took me surprised that the story was just very, very bland. And I mean, there were some good parts in it. And of course, I think most of it, the reason why I played it and continued playing it was because of one particular character, and that's Eden. I mean, she was just fucking hilarious throughout the whole freaking game.
You mean Edna?
Edna was just freaking hilarious. And that's really one of the reasons why I kept kind of playing, because she was just...
Here's a barrier.
This
is for you.
A lot of gall around here.
Scram.
But yeah, so the story wasn't really where it should have been for a Tales game.
Alright. So that's his number 9. I get my phone to work. My number 9 is... Come on. My number 9 is Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, I forgot you play with little Wii there.
My number 9 is Hyrule Warriors. It was still a very, very good game. Basically, it was Dynasty Warriors with Zelda thrown in. Story was for a Zelda type. I mean, it's basically it's not a Zelda story. It's a Dynasty Warriors type story, which is what you would expect with being Dynasty Warriors. So, but the gameplay was solid. Probably the best Dynasty Warriors type gameplay that I've experienced in a long time. A lot of characters in it. A lot of excellent music in the game. Multiplayer that you can play with your friends, not online but local, was fantastic. Played it with my brothers a lot. We actually completed the story together, multiplayer, and even did all the way up to hard mode. I think there's expert mode I've yet to do yet, so probably won't ever do it. But did that multiplayer with them as well, and it was actually really fun. But the gameplay and all that, phenomenal. There's a mode called Adventure Mode. Didn't really get into that much because there's too much. There's a lot of the game that I've yet to discover. But from what I played, it was pretty decent. It's a pretty good game, very good game, but not as good as the other ones that I have on my list, in my opinion.
Okay. So I guess we're on number 8.
Yes.
So we're on number 8.
Clark, yes.
We're on number 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So my number 8 pick is The Order 1886.
A little bit higher than mine.
And a little bit higher than yours. And the length didn't really bother me that much, but the story that it had was just, a really good story, and I really loved the story. It did have some complex battle fights in there. There's some fights part in the game that it gives you a little bit of challenge.
The sneaking parts, especially.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
It was really challenging. So it really gave me a challenge, and I love the story. Yeah, it could have been a longer game, but that really didn't bother me that it was a shorter game. I felt like I got my money's worth with what I got for the game.
That's a pretty good, yeah, okay. Well, pretty much we both like 1986 this year, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Let's see, number 8 for me was a little game that came out at close to the beginning of this year, Omega Quintet. And I know Dark Art's a little bit upset because it's so low on my list, because he loves this game. Idea Factory's first game on the PlayStation 4. Pretty solid outing, pretty solid game.
At least it made the list. At least it made it.
It was gonna make the list. I played through it twice for the normal and true endings in it. My thing was that it was hard for me to find a character I think to connect to. The story was average to me. It was better than Zestria's story. It was definitely better than Zestria's story. There's certain characters. The main character who the player basically made. His name was Todd. Todd was he was very disinterested in the whole thing. The only people that actually was interested, it was the the maidens or whatever that you you know, controlled or whatever. But it seemed like the guy who was supposed to round them all just didn't give a shit. And because of that, I felt like the game was trying to connect you, but at the same time was trying to disconnect you from everything. At least that's how I felt about it. It has some pretty decent music. It's actually pretty good outing for Animator's first PS4 game. But I mean, you know, still a good game. But I mean, it wasn't high enough to be that high on my list. And disappointed look on his face right now as we speak.
That's all right. You're gonna probably be disappointed.
At least it made my list.
You're gonna probably be disappointed on me on this one. So
go ahead. What's number 7?
My number 7 is Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2. Okay, and I mean, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of the game, but I do enjoy the game. I enjoy the characters. I really love the characters. But Rebirth 2 was what really got me to like get more than Rebirth 3 or Rebirth 3 was the change of character in ROM. In the MK2 version, Rom was a really shy character. She really didn't talk all that much. She just, I mean, there's nothing there, you know, like she was just like an add-on character. But in Rebirth 2, she actually showed a lot of growth as a character. She even stood up a couple times and you know, and show that she is becoming mature, you know, as a character. So I thought the change in ROM really drew me more to liking the MK2 Rebirth 2 than Rebirth 3.
No, I'm not mad at your decision, not at all. I understand. I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's our own personal list, what we personally think. You want to hear my number 7?
Yeah.
Why do you sound like you're so disappointed? Like, it's kind of like you don't know. You're kind of scared to hear what mine is. My number 7 is. Oh, he's gonna be disappointed in this too. Persona 4: Dancing All Night. That's my number 7. That's my number 7. Here's the main reason that game is. Number 1, it made the list. Put it this way, people should be happy that the game actually made our damn list. That's the way I look at it. But when I think of Persona, I don't think of dancing. Oh, that was my battery falling. Not the camera battery, obviously. But I mean, it just, the story was okay. I mean, he has not beaten it yet, or have you? You beaten it already?
I haven't beaten it yet.
Well, you're close.
I'm close. But I did add it to my list because I am playing it.
Well, thanks for spoilers there. But anyway, I mean, the story was okay. I feel like they focused too much on some of the side characters in the game rather than the main characters. But the music is just, oh my god. Can I just say, to me, that has one of the best soundtracks this year. I mean, like top 3 soundtracks this year. Like the dancing, like the remix of all the songs for Persona 4 is great. I wish they threw some Persona 3 stuff in there, but they didn't. That would have been awesome. And plus, they've had a couple of DLC characters come out, which I've not really downloaded. I think Asuna Miku was one of the downloadable characters. I don't know if she's out yet, but I haven't downloaded that. I really haven't played it since I beat the story and a couple of free mode dances. But I mean, the story was okay. Music was great. But again, it was just a dancing rhythm game, kind of like the Asuna Miku games. And that's the reason why it's up there. That low.
Hello. I guess we're on number 6.
If you can count.
6. Okay, so my number 6.
Satan, get away from me.
It's his number 7.
No, number 6.
Yeah, but my number 6 is your number 7. My number 6 is Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Oh, okay, now I understand.
Yeah. And the reason why I like it so much is that...
You know he ain't beaten it yet.
Even though I haven't finished complete beating it. I'm still playing the game, so I decided to add it to the list since I am playing it. And from what I've seen and what I've heard, even though the dancing is not something you normally participate Persona games with, the animation for the game, the character looks, it's like way different from anything we've seen, even the fighting games. They look, I think what this game really did was give us a little bit more insight on Persona 5, the way Persona 5 is kind of going to look like. And so, and all together, I mean, the music, the track, I even like playing with, doing the dance. I really enjoy the dance, even though it's, trying to play that game with a 46-inch TV is a fucking challenge. I tell you that much. Because
it was easier to play on the Vita than it was on the PlayStation TV.
Yeah,
I will give it that.
Yeah, it is definitely because it
was easier. It's a smaller screen.
It's a smaller screen. You can see a lot. You can see everything a little bit better. Playing it on a big screen, it is a challenge for sure. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm like into the story. It's making me think of Danganronpa a little bit to try to figure out who's the culprit, and I'm trying to discover who this culprit is, and there's like really no clues, and you're trying to piece together all these pieces, so it gives you a little mystery as well. And you know me, I love mysteries.
Yeah, you do love mysteries. Oh, it's my number 6 now, right?
Yep.
You know what? There's one game I'm surprised. I'm surprised it didn't make my list, and you're gonna be disappointed that it didn't. Now I think about it. He's already in deep thought.
I already think I know which one it is. You didn't put it on your list?
Probably. If it's the one you're thinking of, I didn't know. Cause I forgot about that game, to be honest. But too late now.
Shame.
Shut up.
You just take one of the other ones you got on there.
No, I can't do it now because these games are actually pretty good too. Number 6 on my list. I don't think you've heard of this one, or maybe you have. Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson for 3DS. You probably haven't played that.
No, I haven't played that.
You haven't played that one. Probably didn't even know there was a sequel to that.
Didn't even know it even exists.
It came out in August of this year. I got the limited edition with the soundtrack. Senran Kagura is kind of hard to explain to people who have not actually played it before. It's a, what do you call it? He calls it the Ninja Boob game.
The Ninja Boob game? Oh, okay, I remember now.
That's what he calls it, the Ninja Boob game.
Because that's what it is.
Well, it's not,
a lot of jiggling going on.
There is that too, but but if you look past that, it's a really good gameplay. It's really good fighting mechanics in the game. The gameplay is fun. It's fresh.
I got the PS4 version of a game of the series.
No, you're thinking of Once Macabre is what you're thinking of. That's something totally different.
Right.
But the gameplay, it was on Vita. There's a PS4 version of Senran Kagura out, but it's only in Japan right now. Hopefully it's coming over here. Please bring it over.
The Vita version of that.
Yeah, I got the Vita version of it, but there's another one on PS4 that's exclusive. Hopefully not exclusive to Japan. Right? Not, I have to spend some extra pretty money just to get it over here. But gameplay is fun. It's fresh. The story mode it's actually got a pretty good story. I wouldn't say it's as good as Persona 4 Dancing All Night story, but I put it over Persona 4 because of the gameplay itself is fun, fast, and believe it or not, there's actually multiplayer in the game on a 3DS. Yes, there's multiplayer in this game. And when you first started up, you have the two main characters in the game saying, one of them saying, "I'm only allowed to beat you, so and so," and they tear half her clothes off. So you can't beat that, okay? When you first turn on the damn game. All right.
You ready?
Yeah. What's your number 5 there?
My number 5 is a shooter. Surprise, surprise.
All right, go ahead.
Even though I suck at shooters. But Call of Duty Black Ops 3 made my number 5. And why is, one, the campaign I like. If you never played most people don't buy Call of Duty for the campaign. I do. I buy it. Matter of fact, I wouldn't bought it if it didn't have a campaign. Personally. Just because it's got multiplayer, it's just not enough for me. I find the entertainment in the story behind the characters, behind the why we got these certain characters, and why why the CDP against Black Ops, in the gameplay, in the multiplayer. So the story mode and the campaign in Black Ops is really good. Online is unlike the previous Black Ops, the Wii U version was really great, but I remember me and you both playing. I played the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 version, and both of those versions were just...
You're talking about Black Ops 2 on this, right?
Yeah, Black Ops 2 were really choppy, but that's no longer an issue in Black Ops 3. There's none of that choppiness going on. It's really good online. Got a lot of different modes online. Very entertaining. It's fun to play, especially with friends and stuff like that. It also has a campaign multiplayer mode where you can co-op with 4 other players to do the campaign online with, and also has a nightmare mode now.
Don't forget about zombies.
Which is a zombie campaign mode. And you can do zombies, which you really care about zombies. And I know there's a lot of people that do. I'm not a big zombie fanatic, so zombies really didn't interest me. But it does have that aspect, and I think, it is well worth being number 5 on my list.
You're going more in depth in these than I am. I'm more like it's a good game, play it. Okay, well, my number 5 is Rare Replay for the Xbox One.
I forgot you had that. Yeah.
The game that basically made me go get an Xbox One. It was. Technically, it was. I'll turn it that way for the camera. 30 games in one. A lot of games that I've never played before. A lot of made by all but one company, but this disc has games like all 3 Banjo-Kazooie games, both Perfect Dark games. The Conquer Bad Fur Day game is on there. You also have Battletoads, the NES version, and then the Battletoads Arcade, which I never actually got to play, which was that alone. The Battletoads Arcade maybe just want to buy the damn game. And Conquer and all that stuff too. But there are a lot of fantastic games on that. And even some Xbox 360 games I've never played either. So it was kind of like one game for $30. You can't beat that. And plus there's a lot of extras in it. A lot of stuff that basically makes it worthwhile to make that purchase. And there's a whole lot of content, a whole lot of games you can buy that game like at the beginning of this year and you should be playing it